it's Liv. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a kind of like a test kitchen type of video. I wanted to test out 2 recipes for like healthier treats, and I found 2 that looked really good. So that is everything I have to say for now. Let's get into it. So the first one is kind of like nutty Rice Krispie Square chocolate covered bars, and they're by Earthy Andy, and she called them Hempies, and they have like hemp seeds in them and puffed rice and just like a couple other ingredients, and they looked super good. So I'm gonna try those ones out first. Okay, so the recipe calls for peanut butter. I'm gonna use tahini because if you guys don't know, I am allergic to peanut butters. I actually find that tahini has a pretty like peanutty flavor. It kind of smells like peanuts to me. And for those of you who don't know, tahini is just sesame seed butter. And this recipe is actually just from her website, so I can post the link below, but it's basically 1.5 cups of nut butter, 1/3 cup maple syrup, some vanilla, I think it's a teaspoon. Again, the cap, I don't know if it's actually a teaspoon. I've just always assumed that. A pinch of salt. She doesn't include salt in her recipe, but that's just like my little addition. And I think I'm gonna try and whisk this together. I feel like you could also use a hand mixer. That might be easier, but. Okay. 3 cups of Rice Krispies, or this is like, there's a hair in it, of course. Brown Rice Krispies that I got from Bulk Barn. So 3 cups of those, and then 1/3 cup of hemp seeds. I have no idea if this is all going to mix together. We shall see. So this is kind of like a less processed version of Rice Krispie Squares. This is actually mixing together quite well. So just going to, yeah, that looks good. And then it says to line an 8x8 pan with parchment paper. And since I'm trying to do the more zero waste thing, I have reusable parchment paper. So I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh, that side's dirty. Try this side. Probably should have washed this after our pizza last night. Oh, right on a dog hair. I hate that. Okay, so in her recipe, she melts together chocolate with nut butter, but I'm just gonna do coconut oil. 2 teaspoons of coconut oil. And these are just semi-sweet vegan chocolate chips from my bulk store. Just put this on, I put it on like medium heat. And then you just wanna keep stirring to help it melt. The more you stir it, the quicker it will melt. So just gonna keep stirring. Chocolate is almost melted. And I think I'm just gonna quit while I'm ahead because I don't wanna burn it. Now we're just going to drizzle the chocolate over top. Should I got a spatula? Greg suggested to put hemp seeds on top, so we're gonna do that. I wonder if they'll like. Yeah, that's cute. Yeah. And then the second recipe is actually from Tess Begg's Sweets ebook that's called Oh Sweet Vegan, and I got it in the vegan bundle. So for this recipe, she calls for coconut butter. And for those of you who don't know, coconut butter is basically like peanut butter, almond butter, any kind of nut butter, but it's just made with coconut. You can buy it at the store, and it is quite expensive. So I thought that I would try making my own. I haven't made my own before, but I thought that I would try to do it in my Vitamix. I tried to do it earlier with like 2 cups of coconut, and it was not enough. So I made a quick trip to my bulk store. It cost $5.28. So I could definitely make more than a jar's worth, and it's like less than half the price. So I'm just gonna add in a bunch more of this. Yeah, it was kind of chunky in the container when I was scooping it out, but that's okay. I'm honestly just probably gonna like mostly fill the blender jug so that I can make it pretty easily. For those of you who bought the vegan bundle, go check your email because you definitely have this book. For those of you who didn't buy the vegan bundle, you can go get her book. Okay, so then into a bowl, you add in your coconut butter. So I guess this is replacing vegan butter. And then coconut sugar. This is a mix of coconut and brown sugar because I just put the remnants in with my brown sugar. The maple syrup, almond milk, and vanilla. And then you mix that together until it's all combined. This smells so good. Okay, then you're supposed to do this in a separate bowl, but like, nobody got time for that. So you're supposed to combine the spelt flour, almond flour, baking soda, and salt. But I'm just gonna do it all in one bowl. So these aren't gluten-free, but you probably could use a gluten-free baking blend in place for spelt flour and then just use the almond flour as is. Pinch of salt. And then you just mix it up. I'm gonna like stir the stuff on top first. This is like the lazy person version of using a separate bowl. Just like stir it all on the top. I'm gonna put in like a good amount of those. This looks so yum. I've been eyeballing these ever since I downloaded all the vegan bundle books. This was like the one thing that stood out to me, obviously, because I'm obsessed with chocolate chip cookies. It's good. This smells so good though. Like the coconutty smell is really good. For people who don't like coconut, I feel bad for you. Okay, so I'm gonna go bake these. And then while they're baking, I'll get the hemp bees out of the freezer to try. And then we'll try these, and it's just gonna be amazing. The hemp bees are frozen. I love calling them hemp bees. The bottom might not be frozen enough. I'm gonna leave that half and just cut this half. This one broke. Okay.
You can take some pieces and stack them on top of each other.
Chocolate does add a lot of sweetness and it does actually taste really, really good together. The flavor is really good. The only other thing, and this is just my fault, is that these brown rice Krispies that I got from Bulk Barn are like super, super crunchy. I feel like if I used almond butter, I would like them as well. So, okay, cool. These are good. Yay. One down. Ooh, they're very soft. Okay, maybe I'll just use a fork. Cookie goals though, all right. Okay, so they might not have been fully cooked, but the bottoms were getting very brown, so I didn't want the bottoms to burn, but it did say to leave them for 10 minutes too. So like, you know, anybody watching this is like, you didn't follow the instructions, bitch. That's why it's not working. Okay, so I would call this a success. I loved both of these, and these are definitely going to be in my like healthy treat rotation. Obviously these aren't healthy, like they're not equivalent to vegetables. They still have sugar and fat and salt, but they are healthier than the stuff I was eating before, which was candy, cookies with vegan butter, and like chips. So I'm super happy with how these turned out. Definitely, if you have this ebook, go make these right now. And if you don't have the ebook, but you still want to make one of these, this is a free recipe online and I'll link it below. So this was fun. It was kind of fun to not make my own recipes for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.